Hello traders, you're welcome to this video and I especially welcome you back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we're going to be discussing the RSI and the CCI. Now, these are two of the most popular technical indicators in trading, but which one is better for your strategy? Should you rely on the relative strength index for overbought and oversold signals, or is the commodity channel index the secret weapon you need? In this video, I'm just going to be breaking them both down side by side so you know exactly when and how to use them. Let me just add both indicators to the chart right away, the RSI and the CCI. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to increase the thickness of the indicator so that we can see it more clearly. All right, now make sure to watch until the end because I'm going to be revealing information that you're going to find really beneficial. And before we dive in, if you love trading content like this, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss a new video. Now let's just start with the relative strength index, or the RSI. This indicator was developed by J. Wallace Wilder and is widely used to measure market momentum. RSI moves between 0 and 100, helping traders to identify overbought and oversold conditions. Okay, a reading above 70 generally means that the market is overbought, which could signal a potential reversal or pullback. A reading below 30 means the market is oversold, suggesting a possible bounce back up. But RSI isn't just about these levels. It's also used to confirm trends. For example, in a strong uptrend, the RSI might stay above 50. Now 50 is the midpoint, and you can actually add that 50 as a level. Okay, if you want to do that, you can just go to the settings of the indicator, you go to levels, you go to add, you click on, you add 50, right? You can actually do that. So when when the asset is in a strong uptrend, you might actually find RSI staying above 50, for an extended period of time, while in a downtrend it might stay below 50. Okay, this can help traders to stay in trades longer instead of exiting too early. All right, now the RSI works best when combined with other tools like trend lines and support and resistance levels. Okay, those levels are going to help with additional confirmation. Now let's just talk about the commodity channel index, or the CCI. Unlike the RSI, the CCI is an unbounded oscillator, meaning it does not have a strict 0 to 100 range. Instead, it fluctuates based on market volatility. Readings above plus 100 suggest strong bullish momentum, signaling a potential buying opportunities. Readings below minus 100 indicate strong bearish momentum, suggesting selling pressure. Now, one key difference between the RSI and the CCI is that the CCI can help traders to spot breakouts and hidden momentum shifts that the RSI might miss. It's often used in trend following and breakout strategies, especially in volatile markets. So if you are looking for an indicator that adapts to market cycles and gives early entry signals, then CCI could be your go-to indicator. All right, so we have covered what RSI and CCI are. Now let's just quickly compare them head to head. All right, now the RSI is better for measuring overbought and oversold conditions in ranging markets. Of course, you know that ranging markets are markets that are going sideways, right? Or when you have a situation whereby the price is neither in an uptrend or a downtrend, meaning it is going sideways. In such scenario, the RSI is even effective in measuring overbought and oversold conditions. You can see that when the RSI gets towards overbought territory, you can almost likely predict that it's going to come down, and then you can see it came down. When it entered oversold, you know it's going to go up. When it enters overbought, you know it's going to come down, and so on. All right, so it's great in ranging markets. Okay, then the CCI is great for identifying strong trends and breakouts when the markets are moving fast. Okay, so for the CCI, it's really effective in fast moving markets. Okay, it's really effective in fast moving markets, and you can use it to identify strong trends and breakouts. All right, when the markets are moving fast, then the RSI moves within a fixed range, you know, between 0 and 100, while the CCI fluctuates freely. So that is another key difference. Okay, and that makes it more sensitive to price action. Now another key difference is that the RSI is commonly used for trend confirmation. All right, the RSI is commonly used for trend confirmation, while the CCI is often used for spotting reversals before they happen. Okay, so for example, uh, let us say, okay, we just had a sell trend around here, right? We had a sell trend around here, and we can see that the price was making lower highs and lower lows. Now, one of the ways the RSI is being used is to confirm the direction of the trend, and you will notice that apart from being below the 70 level, you will see that the RSI is also making lower highs and lower lows. And apart from that, you will see that, I initially mentioned something about, being below the 50 level for bearish momentum and above the 50 level for bullish momentum. And you will see that the RSI dropped below the 50 level right from this point, and it has stayed under 50 all the way to this point, as you can see, when the bearish momentum was prevailing, right? Then at some point you can see it came all the way up to the 50 level again, and then just shortly crossed above it and came down back, showing that there was still bearish momentum, confirming the trend direction. While these were happening, you can see that the CCI was just jumping up, jumped up close to the 100, came again, jumped up above the 100. So this RSI, you can see the pattern of movement of the RSI is quite different from that of the CCI. Now, when we come to trend reversals, you will see that the RSI, although gave us signal that this was when a breakout happened from this bearish trend. Now the RSI gave us a signal, that we have an overbought condition, or close to an overbought condition. And now remember that the CCI, when the CCI gets towards the 100 level, it's showing bullish momentum, right? So you will see that the CCI came all the way up to this point and came down. Now, unlike what was happening before, that it jumped up and jumped down and jumped up and all of that, you can see that this time around the CCI came to the plus 100 and came down and just shortly stayed below, like it stayed a little bit below the 100 and jumped back up again. So, and confirming with this price action, remember that it's always good to get your confirmations, all right, with price action. Confirming with this price action, you will notice that a reversal is likely happening. Okay, so you can see that the CCI can actually help you to confirm, or rather to spot reversals. So which one should you use? That depends on your trading style. Actually, if you trade ranges and need a reliable momentum indicator, RSI might be your best bet. But if you prefer to trade trends and breakouts, CCI could give you an edge. Now, some traders even combine RSI and CCI for a more complete market view. Okay, so what do you think? RSI or CCI? Which one do you use in your trading? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And of course, subscribe for more trading content like this every day. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update. I hope to see you in the next video.